wondered what's your experience been being on the court next to LeBron and AD and sort of seeing the impact they can make on both ends in crunch time and how that measures up with what you've experienced so far through your career.
I mean, obviously, those are two of the most versatile defenders and just players in this game that this game has seen. So basically trying to, find where you fit, make sure you get out the way when it's time to get out the way, but also be ready when it's time to be ready. And, they're two amazing players and they can
the pandemic.
I guess this is more of a playoff type feel where, you're seeing the same team over and over. There's going to be adjustments that are made. There's familiarity, you kind of, it's a psychological game as much as it is a physical game where, you got to get up to play the same team as opposed to, different looks and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's the same kind of road warrior mentality that, we got to go in and we're going to have to fight regardless. We're obviously going to have a target on our backs. But that's where I think, in my opinion, teams are really formed, which is, their play on the road.
Kyle Goodham.
Hey, Wes. I'm sure you're aware that today in Wisconsin, an attorney announced that there's not going to be any charges filed in the shooting of Jacob Blake. Kind of given everything that you went through with the Bucks, that the NBA went through, what do you make of that result?
Nothing that isn't going to be censored. It's disheartening. Truly, it's disheartening just for all the work that everybody put in. All the, just the heartache of the families involved. The kids involved in the car. The city that rallied around it, the community. It's just about right and wrong. But this isn't going to be something that it can't deter, those citizens who are trying to do right, who are trying to fight for equality, who are trying to fight for the right things. It can't deter us. It can't make everybody. We can't lose our heads. We can't start rioting. We can't start. We have to be. Calculated. We have to continue to keep our foot on the pedal. We have to continue to keep our foot on the gas. And this just furthers, we can vote and do all those things, with the president, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we protect our state and vote in state and understand that what is going on is real. This isn't made up. This isn't a lie. This isn't fabricated. This is lives. These are lives right here. And, it's upsetting as a Wisconsinite. It's upsetting as a human being, that and justice isn't justice, and it's tough, but it can't knock us off the path that we're trying to get to, which is equality and just simply right and wrong, just humanity. That's all it is.
You two are going to be a treat.
Yeah, but you got to know, funny thing about Marc Gasol, he's such a smart player. He's such a great player. He can do so many different things for you, James. Offense, defense, talk to you. He might even take you to lunch sometime.
You guys are lucky Northridge isn't in the college football playoff because it would be on.
Who?
Casino.
Is that a school?
Yeah.
Oh.
Harvard of the West.
Oh,
It's in the valley,
gotcha.
San Fernando Valley.
Gotcha. That's
Hi,
where...
James.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
We're talking about Marc Gasol. I'm always blown away by a guy that's able to, listen, a few years back, he's height of his game. He's scoring 20 a game, 19 a game. He's, battling for Defense Player of the Year, winning All-Star. He's been All-Star games. But now he's changed his game, James. He doesn't need shots, but he uses his hands defensively. He block shots like Rob said, staying on the ground. He really just finds ways to do it. Such a smart player.
He understands the profession he's in. When he was younger, he did what he did, Defensive Player of the Year. Now he's at a different stage of his career where he does have a few more years left, but not like the years he had before. So he's found a way to still be effective with the talent that he has. I mean, when I think of Caruso, who does so many intangible things on the floor, you don't see him on the stat sheet. Marc Gasol is one of those type of players now. At sort of the end of his career, great passer, great at putting his body in the position, beating you to the spots before you get there and making it tough for you because he's not a shot blocker. So he has to do other things to compensate for what he doesn't. What he used to have and still be able to be effective today. He's pretty good at it.
That's my question. How often do you see a big man evolving to the point where he can still be impactful and effective?
Yeah, it's nice.
Rare.
I just
Rare.
know one.
They usually retire.
I just know one, Sabonis. That was it. He was the only guy that he reminds me of where he can pass it, still score, still block shots.
Still
and be
affects the game.
effective.
I mean, you think about Greg Oden, you think about Andrew Bynum, you think about all the 7-footers that White's, used to play for the Clippers. I can't think of his name, but they all did not last longer than 6 or 7 years. Yep. And here you see a guy like Sabonis, like Marc Gasol, having the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar philosophy and theory of hanging on, Gator.
Hanging on. I like
Hanging
it.
on.
All right, more to come on Access. Anthony Davis with a double-double. 26 points, 10 boards for the Brow. Lakers sweep the 4-game roadie. We'll be right back with more reaction. Ball over 17 times. Bench only scores 22. But you know what? Too good in the end, and they get the win. They sweep their road trip 4-0, coming back to L.A. 6-2. Frank Vogel gave an update on Alex Caruso prior to tonight's game, saying he's hopeful that Caruso will be available for the Lakers next game, which is on Thursday against the Spurs. Caruso has missed 5 games due to the NBA's health and safety protocols, but participated in workouts on Monday in Los Angeles, so that's good news on the Caruso front. Lakers were also without the services of head athletic trainer Nina Shea, who was not on the bench for tonight's game due to health and safety protocols. We have talked a lot about this, and we will continue to talk about how you navigate through COVID-19.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting outside of the bubble. They did a great job inside the bubble. They were able to contain and control the situation. Now outside of the bubble, you see where not only players are being affected, but staff. So it's going to be something we're going to have to get used to. I see where Kevin Durant's going to miss 4 games up in Brooklyn. So it's something new to everybody that's had to adjust to it in sports and the medical field and the business world. It's just something we're going to have to get used to.
And Rob, I know we're all excited to get Alex Caruso back. Of course, then that will change some things, the rotations and minutes. But, a guy like Alex Caruso, you just love having available.
Oh, you love him for his tenacity. He goes out. Plays defense, and he plays the offensive game like he's supposed to. He takes what's given to him. The thing about Alex we love so much is he doesn't try to do too much. He stays within his limits, and he does what the team needs at the right time. And I think the connection that him, LeBron, developed is very important. I would love to see that. He's that type of player that he could have a connection with my favorite guy, Montrez, that could benefit both of them. So I'm excited that he's healthy, number one, and I'm excited to see him back.
Hate to see Caruso's progress get stymied a little bit. He was really starting to be, really consistent every night. He started to hit the three, something he had been working on last year a lot. Not that well last year, but he hit a couple every now and then. Very confident, throwing a little running hook shot. And, of course, he and LeBron in the fourth quarter, they're one of the best 2-1-2 punches in the game. So they miss his tenacity on the defensive end. Be happy to get him back.
Yeah, I mean, every team's going to go through this, where you lose a guy for 4, 5 games, maybe a couple weeks. Got to acclimate him back in.
Yeah, you got to. And that's the thing that's going to be really crucial. And it's almost going to happen. They brought in 4 guys that could probably start for any team in the league. And so now you got these guys just in case you have the protocols that come in with 19 and some guy has to sit out. So, I hate to use this term because another team in the league uses it. It's the next man up. It's literally, hey, you step up and show why you're an NBA player and what got you here to go out and do what's best for this team to keep us on rolling and in the position to win a championship.
All right, still to come on Access. Taylor Horton-Tucker got 4 points in 22 minutes of action tonight. We'll hear more from the team ahead.